I'm Forrest Galante, wildlife expert and conservationist. And I'm here to take you on a journey to a place you've probably never heard of, because until now, it has been kept a secret. It is unmatched by any other place on Earth. For those lucky enough to make it, it is a refuge, a sanctuary, a place to live their lives in safety and peace. In a world that has forgotten the importance of nature, a new Eden has been born. A place for animals to thrive. Because this isn't a zoo. This is an ark. This is Vantara. This is the world's largest animal rescue center. 3,500 acres and still growing. It has several thousand animals, hundreds of species, the best husbandry, access to the best vets and handlers in the world, and rescue teams that work to help animals in need anywhere in the world at any time. Just after dawn, one of those teams has brought in several truckloads of reptiles rescued from illegal markets.
And let's see what's in the box over here.
With no time for breakfast or uniforms, it's a race against time to examine each animal, administer care, and get them sorted into newly built terrariums.
Is this all turtles too? Are they marsh terrapins? Which species are they? Pelusius, African mud turtle, Pelusius, yeah. All right, so take a look at this. Vantara here has just received a big shipment. You can see the holes in their shells. So these have been captured for food markets because those holes indicate a drill in the hole where they then will rope them up in big piles. So a lot of these turtles are in really unhealthy condition. They were all confiscated, and there are tons of boxes here. Sid, how many turtles have you got so far?
More than 400 turtles right now.
In this shipment?
In this
shipment. And you haven't even opened these boxes
yet?
Whoa.
So these are water turtles. These are aquatic species. They need access to both water and land, but a lot of the times they're kept with no water for, honestly, God knows how long. That causes a stress response in the animal that messes up their livers. So everybody will be on hepatic liver medication and just supplements to help them manage the stress.
See how these open wounds from rubbing and scratching.
Started eating each other in the box, where they were kept.
Yeah, and what's sad about this is these could have been sitting in a market for months, you know, and they won't feed them or anything. And let's see what's in the box over here. What's crazy here is there is not enough space for all these turtles. Turtles require quite a lot of space, but part of the never say no policy here is figure it out. So they're going to a different site now called LC1. There are ponds and tubs getting set up because ingesting this many animals that all need medical attention is a huge mission, and quite simply that site was overflowing because freshwater turtles are the most trafficked animal in the world. So when you send a tiger somewhere, it's a tiger. When you ship turtles, it's hundreds and hundreds of turtles at one go. And this is just 1/4 of one of the 12 ambulances that came in today with turtles, snakes, lizards, you name it, it's all come in. And this is just sort of another day in the life of a rescue mission at Vantara. Look at this. It's just sort of never ending.
This is the quarantine site. So the turtles have been set up at their quarantine tubs right now. We just made sure the water quality is good, the temps are good. We're not going to feed them today. We're just going to let them settle in. We have some electrolytes and some vitamins in their water. Hopefully they can just recuperate and just hopefully they know that they're safe now.
For the next several days, this team will continue to provide assessments and care to this massive rescue group. In the meantime, there are other animals that require less urgent need.
Hello, you little murder chicken. You are a dangerous creature. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Priya, come.
No murdering. This thing is one of the most aggressive and crazy animals in the world. And you wouldn't think that looking at its funny, chubby little complexion, but even being this close to a pygmy hippo is incredibly dangerous. So Ramesh has asked me to help by luring Priya into the night cell, giving her some food, and then helping clean her pond. But we have to do that without getting mauled by this crazy little critter.
Come, Priya.
Come on!
To night cell.
Come on, Priya. Oh, sweet, look at that. There's so many giant, large predators here at Vantara, things that would absolutely mess you up, like tigers and lions and bears. And of all of them, this thing's probably scarier than any of them. Wow. Oh, you feel like a whale. Just fat, squishy, slimy. Look at all that slime. That's why they said gloves. And that's because hippos will emit a natural sunscreen through their skin to keep them from burning. First time I've ever pet one of these funny giant potatoes. Let's go clean. Wow, this water is dirty.
Yes.
Ramesh, how often do you have to clean this tank?
Every day.
You change the water daily?
Every day.
Oh my goodness. If you're asking yourself, why would you have to change the water so much? A hippo, when it poops, it sprays its poop with its tail all around to mark. Now, adding that to water is literally a recipe for poop soup. And so if you don't change this water on a daily basis, you end up with this green, brown, toxic sludge that becomes fully anoxic. Oh, look at that. I got the Hippo Keeper jackpot for the day. Just a nice lot of hippo turd right there. And what's funny is taking it out of the water and spreading it around the vegetation like this actually acts as a natural fertilizer. Little win-win. All right, it's been a few hours. The pool is now crystal clear. The whole habitat has been picked up, so it's time to let Priya come out. Okay, Ramesh. Come on. Here she comes. Come on, Priya. Look how clean your pool is, look. Oh, she's locked in on me. Uh-oh. Look, I got your watermelon. Go splash in. Here we go. How funny is that? She's chasing the watermelon in like a dolphin with a ball, heading back into this crystal clear pool. She's got some snacks, some treats, everything's cleaned up. This really changed my perception of how mean and crazy these things are. She's more food motivated than fear motivated, which is pretty awesome. Is she pooping already?
Ah, yes.
It's lunchtime all across Vantara. So while Priya polishes off her watermelon,
Thank you very much.
I'm off to serve some more demanding residents.
Wow, look at all this meat.
Right now, here we have the Asiatic lions. These are one of the big cats found in India. There's this great initiative of Vantara with the Indian government to have a Asiatic lion breeding and conservation center. So I, with my team, take care of these big cats. Today, Forrest would spend a day with our team, help them feed, clean, and be around this majestic lions.
Look at the size of that heart. That's a water buffalo heart, right?
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of minerals in there. So right now, we're preparing meat for a specific individual, large male Asiatic lion named Tej. So Tej was human-wildlife conflict.
Yes, most of the lions do get into a human-wildlife conflict.
Especially in gear. There are incredible videos floating around the internet where you see lions walking through markets and walking next to busy streets and things like that. And sometimes those lions end up in conflict with people. Now, when you trap one of those lions, it can't go back into the wild. Why is that?
Because they are used to humans, and humans are not so comfortable with lions roaming around them.
Oh, okay, there he is.
Yeah.
This is... Oh. That's intimidating. That's a hungry kitty. We're gonna feed Tej one piece at a time through the chute here. There you go, bud. There we go. Oh, yeah. Excited. Wow, the sounds in here are just incredible. But watch how excited he is for this piece of meat. Ready, buddy? There's something instinctual in us as human beings that when you hear that lion roar, it makes your skin crawl. It makes you feel as though you're going to die. And it's from the fact that human beings originated on the African continent. We've grown up across the planet with these sounds. That means to me that there is nothing more instinctually intimidating than listening to that. That was crazy.
With all the sounds of roaring lions and tearing meat, you might miss the youngest residents here in the night pens. But in many ways, they're the most important.
So these cubs were born here at Vantara. Is this the first generation?
Yes.
That's amazing. Congratulations. So because these cubs are eventually going to go into a rewilding program, it's a no-contact situation.
This first generation with us cannot be sent back to the wild because they have this human imprint. The cubs, the second generation, third generation, we try to remove that human imprint from them. So if released in the wild, they would not treat humans as a source of food. These Asiatic lions are now only found in India. There may be around 800 left in the wild. So the numbers itself tells us how endangered these species are and how and why important it is for us to conserve these species. With our team's efforts, we would surely get those numbers to a good level that our future generations would see the Asiatic lions in the wild.
Keeping these cubs separate from the keepers is a critical component to reintroducing them back into the wild. After all, they'll need to make decisions without a human hand. In other situations, though, the human hand becomes critically important. Oftentimes, rescued animals can arrive at Vantara with a range of ailments. Some suffer from disease. Others have endured years of abuse. This shoebill is a rescue from northern Zambia. It has refused to eat. An intake X-ray of the animal's stomach reveals an all-too-common cause. 3 metal fishhooks likely left in a shoebill's lunch by a negligent fisherman. If they're not removed, they can cause a perforation and eventually kill the shoebill.
So Dr. George and I have had many discussions about what to do with this shoebill here. So he's up on his rock there. It appears to be one of his favorite spots. Every time we look at him, he's up there. Late last night, you really had an idea.
Yeah.
So the idea is simple. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take these tilapia, which is a favorite food of the shoebill, and then what are we gonna do, Dr. George?
We're just gonna put some cotton inside. So a small quantity just to go around the tip of the hooks.
Right. It's very unconventional, but the idea is as this goes through the digestive tract, because it has so many fibrous bits to it, maybe the hook will go in, and as the digestion aids, it'll tangle in this and then just pass through. And the bird won't digest this, is that right?
It will not.
We're just gonna take the cotton, can I have a little bit more? We're gonna absolutely shove it in the internal area, like the gut cavity of the tilapia. I'll even put a little in the mouth here. And the good thing about cotton is it won't create a blockage. Even if this doesn't grab the hook, it'll still get passed through. Okay, so there we go.
This technique has shown success in some marine mammals, but this will be the first time it's tried on a bird like a shoebill.
Why don't you go this way? I'll go around this way.
Unfortunately, shoebills seem to hate the smell of latex gloves. So we're gonna get a little fishy.
It's coming this way. You can see he just does not want to take the fish down. And all we need is for him to digest this and try and get that cotton down and see if it works. Here, buddy. All right, we're gonna try one more time.
Maybe we just force feed him, no?
Yeah.
Sometimes with these wild animals, you need to restrain and you need to force feed us because they will not do it voluntarily. Obviously, in a way that it's not harmful for the animal and is not harmful for you because that beak can actually damage you a lot.
There we go. Okay. All right, buddy. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Yep. I will. All right, there we go. There we go. We'll just hold the beak for a second. Massage it down a little bit. So sad that it had to come to this, but he was not gonna take the fish, so we're doing a little bit of a force feed. And just look at, while we're doing this, as he's closed his eyes, look at where that unbelievable shoebill name comes from. They sound like machine guns when they make that call. They're an ancient species of bird. There you go. There's a good birdie. Yeah, there he goes. Good birdie. Good job. That was the best. Sorry, I'm fishy. It was the best we could do, though. Hopefully that works. Hopefully it goes in. I did not know when we woke up today we'd end up force feeding a shoebill a fish full of cotton. So let's see.
All we can do now for the malnourished shoebill is wait. There's no shortage of work here at Vantara. And the team processing the rescue shipment from the market have a fresh delivery.
Dwarf?
West African dwarf.
Yeah, little West African dwarf crocodile. Their numbers are declining very rapidly in the wild. These guys, of everything that's been shipped, they can spend the longest amount of time without care.
Yeah, so what happens a lot of the times is they're fed rancid meat or not fed at all, and crocodiles, as sturdy as they are, they're very susceptible to stress as well.
That's the main killer of crocodiles, is stress, for sure.
The dwarf crocodiles have come from these rescue centers where they confiscate a lot of dwarf crocodiles being smuggled. Most of the times, the poachers, they escape. They cannot catch them. And they end up caring for those crocodiles there in their facility, unable to manage them. They came in a very bad condition with absolutely no tail fat, with shrunken stomachs.
So where are these guys going, Michelle?
Right now we are putting them in the periphery cages for observation.
Okay.
Make sure that everybody is feeding, everybody is well, everybody is clean, then they go into the permanent big water planet.
Want me to open this one? This one's much smaller. Is this one partially leucistic?
Looks like it, yeah.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
A lack of pigmentation, known as leucism, is extraordinarily rare in the wild, especially among a vulnerable species like the dwarf crocodile.
Jesus, this is a lot of animals. Oh, this one's tiny small. Let's go. I'll take some to the pond with you guys. So this is all crocs in these two. What about that one? Crocs too? Oh my God.
Water is important to almost every animal, but dwarf crocodiles do need the water to cool off, to hunt, and also to mate. So we already have outdoor enclosures with land and water, access to direct sunlight. And once they become good enough to go into a larger water body with a larger group of animals, we will shift them to their holding enclosures.
This is an aquatic creature that hasn't seen water in probably a month, you know? So this is gonna be a very relieving moment for these little guys. Go on, look at that. Isn't that nice? It's almost like they don't even know what to do anymore. Let's get some more.
It's been quite a journey for these dwarf crocodiles. From the meat market to a wooden crate to the first bath they've had in weeks.
Oh, that must feel so good.
It can be overwhelming to see the sheer volume of rescued animals arriving at Vantara. But at least for these crocs, today is a very good day.
It feels fantastic to be able to take in these animals that were suffering, that are in very poor condition, and knowing that we have the infrastructure and the skill sets to get these animals back to their health.
Human intervention in a place like Vantara usually means medical care or even surgery. But the little jobs serve an important role too.
Here we have all of the rescued meerkats, and these guys are very inquisitive animals that get bored very, very quickly. So we went out, found some logs that smell good, have all kinds of little nooks and crannies for them to investigate. And to make it even more fun, we put some mealworms for them to come get new smells, dig at the rotting wood, look for some termites, and let these rescue meerkats be meerkats. There they all go. Panic mode. Meerkats have such a unique and interesting social dynamic. They have one sentinel that stands out, that's usually a male, and he watches for any threats of danger in their native habitat. That can be an eagle, that can be a jackal, that can be a snake, and he'll communicate to tell the others if it's safe or if it's dangerous. And right now, hear that little frog sound? That's the male saying, the threat is still here. Don't go out right now. And you can see they're sticking their little noses out to look at me to see if I am a threat. They're not gonna come out while I sit here, so let's head out.
So we attached the phone to a stick and turned it onto selfie mode and flipped it around, and now the meerkats are operating the phone and staring at themselves.
There you go, they're exploring their new log, they love it. And in this whole giant enclosure, the thing that they've cued in on is the brand new scents, smells, and sounds of this log getting chewed on, crunched on, and the little worms in it. And it's great to see them getting a little bit of enrichment.
I think we gotta give him a camera operator credit.
Never in my life have I been anywhere where the enclosures are so spotlessly clean, which you would think is for us as humans, but it's not. Every enclosure is designed with the utmost animal welfare in mind.
And that includes this massive tank, built for a cousin of the crocodile, the gharial.
What's up with this? Why is it so filthy? Boss is not gonna like that.
Oh, you think it's filthy?
And look at it. There's smudges up top. There's algae down below.
You go and clean it.
I go and clean it?
You better be careful. The gharials are getting cheeky.
Are they?
Yeah.
Is that why you're draining the pond?
Exactly. That's why we drain the pond.
Oh, because they come and bite the boys?
Yeah.
I bet you I could clean this for you without draining the pond.
Without draining.
I think so.
Let's take the challenge then.
Okay, let's go. Bring
Yeah.
it on. I'll clean your tank for you.
Oh, God.
huge fan of this idea anymore. They're a lot bigger when you're in here. Okay. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh, my feet. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh God. I feel like I'm very likely to lose a toe. Are there any between us? Oh man, they look a lot more fearsome than I thought they were going to.
Missed it.
Oh yeah, you think I missed a spot? The mom's giving me from the outside. I should have kept my mouth shut.
Before heading home for the day, I want to check in on the reptile habitat. The team continues to divide up the rescues, and they're now unpacking the most dangerous cargo yet.
Oh my God, that's a lot of snakes.
We are unpacking bush vipers. They are venomous. A bite from these to a young or an elderly person might be quite serious. So there is a huge demand for African venomous snakes for hobbyists. That's why they ended up in a rescue center.
So we'll just first eyeball a few.
Okay.
And we'll put them again into quarantine. They might be dehydrated as well. Oh, this is that bright orange variable bush viper.
Variable bush viper.
Wow, look at that color, like fire pattern. Beautiful.
So as you can see, this is a quarantine setup. There's no substrate, there's very limited water dishes, nothing that can spread disease or sickness. So these snakes will go in here, 10 apiece in each of these 100+ tanks so that they can monitor them and begin to treat them. Do you go straight into an antibiotics course?
Yes.
Yeah. It's funny, you don't, like, it's hard to get emotional about a venomous snake, but when you see 1,200 of them coming in, look at the malnourishment on that one. I mean, that thing probably hasn't eaten in months, maybe a year. It's just like horrific to see. I don't know what the upshot for these animals would be if there wasn't a facility like Vantara. These are a tropical rainforest snake. They are used to rain or at least a heavy misting daily, and for probably a month they've seen no moisture at all. So this is gonna feel very good for them. Oh, can you imagine the relief that would be? Now, most snakes don't drink, but I bet you if you come look, yeah, look right here, look, as I said that. Most snakes will not typically drink like that, but look at how thirsty that snake is. It's going straight to drinking moisture off of the paper.
It can be overwhelming to see so many animals in need, but even in such dire circumstances, miracles can still occur.
How many babies? A ton? They're opening a bag with babies in it. How many babies? A ton?
It appears one of the snakes Vantara rescued was pregnant.
Birthed in the bag?
And despite the odds, she gave birth in transit.
Wow, look at that. They're even born with that variation of color, huh? Jeez, and that was in the bag when you opened it?
Yeah.
That's not common, is it?
That's not common.
No, that's insane.
Finding a baby inside the bag that the mother has delivered during the transport makes you understand how resilient these animals are.
We'll keep the babies with the mother for now in that same box.
You'll have to force feed these.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's well over 1,000 snakes here. Shouldn't they be going back into the wild?
Hopefully long term, that could be the plan, but right now in these conditions, so where are they to make it in the wild?
I really don't know.
What does someone do with this many snakes? That's crazy. Think how many mice this requires everything.
Gist of the matter is it's one life saved.
Whether it's one or it's 1,000, it's a light of blood.
The Vantara team will work through the night to make sure every one of these rescued reptiles, including some newly hatched bush vipers, has a home. Because here, whether it's a venomous snake, stubborn crocodiles, or endangered turtles, each life counts. And that's the heart of it. Whether it's 1,000 animals or just one, every life matters. Which is why Vantara's ultimate goal is to set up field stations around the world so they can treat and rewild rescued animals within their home country. But no matter how many lives they save, sometimes it all comes down to one animal and one very strange solution. This shoebill was found with 3 metal hooks in its stomach, a death sentence in the wild. But Dr. George and I have a truly inspired plan.
Hey, Forrest. Yeah, let's see. He's there. So maybe the first place to look is there, huh?
Let's go. So it's been about a day and a half since we gave the shoebill his cotton stuffed tilapia. And as you can see, this is his preferred pooping rock.
So let's see if we can find anything.
I came prepared. I came prepared to dig and poop. So here, I found this like little twiggly stick, and I got excited straight away, but there's plenty of poop here. But they do definitely like to poop up on this rock.
Find anything?
Not yet. Oh, look, George. Look at that. Right there in one of the poops is one of the hooks. Just one, not all 3, but look at that, George. Look at that.
Oh my God, it's certainly a hook there, huh? Oh, there is a bit of...
Oh, there is cotton
yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
there is cotton here.
So it worked. It grabbed onto the hook.
Oh my God,
Passed
fantastic,
it all
huh?
the way through.
Oh my God, huh?
Great.
Let's see if the other ones are around.
Yep.
Oh my God, Forrest.
You got him?
Yes. Yeah, the other ones are here.
Oh, I stepped right over that. Oh, look at that.
Oh my God.
All 3 hooks are stuck in the cotton. It did exactly what we wanted it to do. I mean, George said it might, and it did. Look at that. It grabbed onto the cotton in the bird's stomach. Look, there it comes. Are now out. So that's it.
Amazing. My God.
I am so unbelievably thrilled that this big, beautiful bird has been saved with a little bit of innovation. He didn't have to go under, he didn't have to have a risky surgery. He literally just ate some fish stuffed with cotton wool, had no blockage, and has passed these things that were inevitably leading to the end of his life. And now he can return to having a happy, healthy life, because this is just awesome.
I thought the shoebill was the strangest and rarest rescue animal I would see today here at Vantara. But I was mistaken. Keeper Gaurav Sankar is introducing me to a creature I've never seen before in person, from the remote foothills of the Himalayas.
These are takin.
Yeah, it's the Mismi takin.
Oh my goodness. Look at the size of this animal. Mishmi takin is probably the most elusive goat species on Earth.
Yes, I have worked in the wild since 6 years, but I didn't get the chance to see them in the wild. And I suddenly came here and I have seen the tapis. It is like my dreams comes true.
Hi, look at you. I'm glad you're behind these bars.
She is getting comfortable with you.
Oof. Nobody really knows what their population is, what their full range is. I mean, nobody knows much about them.
The captivity management is very lesser known.
So we are trying different things. Whatever they like, we are repeating those kind of enrichments and the habitat.
But we have got to know that
The tree bark help in their digestion. So there are kind of anti-inflammatory components. They can help for their good gut health condition.
It is kind of medicinal property. That's why the taste is little bit bitter.
So let's let him in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky, come.
Lucky. Hi, Lucky.
She started
she's going
peeing.
right for it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You were right. She loves that bark, huh?
Yeah. So the neem has some kind of smell, na? Their own smell.
Yeah.
So they love that. They are very curious just because of that smell.
So they can get all their nutrients.
Yeah.
And then maybe Lucky won't be such a jerk.
Yeah, definitely.
You think? I think she'll still be a jerk.
Yeah.
Despite their formidable horns and temper, Mishmitakin populations are under constant threat by poachers and habitat loss. So the information Gaurav and his crew are learning about this rare and incredible animal is critically important. Every animal in Vantara serves a purpose in its natural habitat. But no animal has a dirtier job than the king vulture, one of the largest scavenging birds in South America. While they're not the most conventionally attractive birds, senior veterinarian Dr. Stacy Gallus sees their beauty inside and out.
Just look at this, looking him up close. How beautiful is that? Just in any perceived ugliness, there's beauty, and it's the best exemplified by looking at these guys up close. Look at the beautiful colours on the neck and the wattle on top of the beak, and even those eyes, just crystal clear, looking straight at you. Just a magnificent animal. The neck is quite bare, and there's a reason for that. It's when you're feeding inside a carcass, you don't want feathers which can get soiled and are a lot harder to clean. It's much easier to clean skin, and the very short hairs on top of the head mean that when he goes for a bath, he can remove most of the blood stains and offal from his head. So today we're entering the king enclosure. We've got a really good treat. All right, open the gate.
Yes.
We're going to feed these guys a whole goat carcass.
Dr. Stacy Gallus has practiced veterinary medicine for over 30 years.
Now we'll get back and let them do their thing.
He's come to Vantara from Australia to support and advise the avian teams here. Over the course of just a few hours, this committee of vultures picks the goat carcass apart. It's messy work, but one of the most important jobs in the food web.
Let's see what they've done here. Wow. You can see how they've actually gone for the soft areas, the more vulnerable areas. So they've managed to cut through the skin here and go straight for the viscera, straight inside the belly, the soft part of the animal. And the same at the hind end. They've come in from the back end and started eating forwards. They're pretty amazing birds. And their role in the ecology of life in the wild is critical, because they will remove deceased and diseased animals and therefore get rid of the bodies quickly, so that the whole process of decomposition occurs more quickly. And that also decreases the presence of pathogens in the environment, because they get rid of the carcass before other animals get a chance to consume it.
The king vulture is a reminder that as beautiful as nature can be, there's a cold efficiency in the natural order of things. But even as the vultures tend to the end of life in the enclosure, all across Vantara, new lives are just beginning. Some new to this world, others new to freedom. But all these new chapters are made possible through dedication, hard work, and care.
The planet where we live is changing dramatically, and we're going to suffer. We are already suffering the consequences of that. Things are disappearing very quickly, and I think it's our responsibility to take care of the very few that last.
Right now in the planet, we are facing so much problem with the pollution, with the deforestation, and we really need to care about the biodiversity of the planet, because if one species is missing, other species will suffer in the future.
There is so much in this world. There is so much good you can do for animals, for honestly creatures that are voiceless and that need our help. These are people who just want to leave this world a better place than it started off as.
If nobody's bothered about these animals, Vantara is bothered about these animals. If nobody cares about this animal, we care for this animal. We are the voice for the voiceless.